Welcome to Latrun, Latrun, which is on the way from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Until 1967, that was a Jordanian place. But we are talking about a very important and unknown monastery. And let's start with that. That's the Brotherhood Square. And the idea is that there's a connection between Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. Then they discovered that they actually built here kind of a monument made of wood, and they actually mentioned three important figures. The Jewish one is Rashi, and if you will ask a Jew who is Rashi, everyone will know. Bernard, the foundation, the father of the Trappists, is well known as well. And Saladin, which is a little bit strange, but for the Muslims is a well-known person, not only as a warrior, but as a politician as well. Then there's the English, is the English version of it. Great commander of the Bible and the Talmud, and he said my heart has pushed me through those and to forgiveness, which is amazing. And Bernard say hurting the Jews is like hurting the apple of Jesus' eyes. And Saladin, with him, generosity was put into the grave, and it's beautiful to see that the idea of the therapist here is to give your hands to the Muslims and to the Jews. Then that's why they are in the beginning. Here you can see Bernard. It's difficult to see because of the weather. Saladin with his sword, which is a little strange for the monastery, is right on top of it. And Rashi, with the name of God, is right here. Let's continue with the tour. I'm together with a special, I'm studying Christianity, the book, for more than 4 years. Iskaran is our, in a way, teacher, and we are studying a chapter a week for more than 4 years now. We stopped studying because of the war, and she decided to take us to Latrun, and you can see later on, you will see the monastery itself, just because she wants to meet us. Then it's something special. I'm so sad that we stopped studying the letters of Paul because of the horrible war between the terrorists of Gaza and Hezbollah from Lebanon and Israel. But we will reach back to those missions of us. The difference between a regular studying of the New Testament is that we are doing it according to the Jewish Bible as well, and it's such enlightening thing. The therapists who actually are here, Benedict's Trappist Catholic order, they are dealing, of course, with wine because they came from France, and they have such an amazing selection of wine. Maybe later on I will enter to the shop just to take a short video of it for you. But look at the vineyard of them. Because of the war, a lot of the workers actually disappeared. Then Iska organized a group of tour guides and people, Israeli people, who came to help them to organize it. Look how beautiful it is. And if you're asking me who is Iska, Ah, she's the one with the sunglasses. That is Ka. It's Friday and you can see Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is right there. Look how beautiful it is. We are at the Ayalon Valley. I mean, it's so biblical here. And you can see the vineyards of the monks of the monastery. Another thing that I want you to see is that village. That village is called Neve Shalom. Neve Shalom, it's, let's say that in English is the peace oasis. One of the monks came to the monastery and said, I want a land here because I want to build here village that belongs to everyone, Christian, Muslims, Jews. I want everyone to live together. Remember the brotherhood idea. And this is the village. They have a beautiful guest house, excellent food. Sadly, I think it's the only village that was built in that kind of progress. There's no church there, but it's kind of a place that you can come and meditate. It doesn't matter if you're Christian, Jew, or Muslim. And this is such a beautiful idea. And again, sadly, there's only one here, but look how beautiful and green that place is. We are in March. Soon it's going to be brown. Those I think the last rainy days will be soon, but that's it. No more rain until at least the mid of November. We are walking now through the monastery itself. It started as a small hotel that a few Christians built here. They call it the Maccabees, mainly because it's very close to Modi'in, to the site of the Maccabees itself. Another story, another tradition about that place is that this is the place of the good teeth that was crucified next to Jesus, but he accepted Jesus just before he died. Mainly because the name Latrun is very close to Latrun, the name of the good teeth. This is the facade of the church, of the monastery. It's 19th century monastery. The gate is very important, and the wall as well. The wall is actually kind of a barrier between the world inside and the world outside. When I'm coming to visit it, it's like different kind of people. I'm a different kind of person entering to a different place. But even the monks themselves cannot go outside without the permit of the father of the monastery, and usually is actually living upstairs. Now, it's not only that kind of barrier. The shop is usually at the entrance of the monastery, and they have an amazing winery, and it's well known all over the world and in Israel as well. And they've got so many kind of wine, and I just want you to see how beautiful it is. And the smell is absolutely lovely, but we are heading to the church itself. The place is open between 8:30 in the morning to 12, and between 3:30 to 5 p.m. Look how beautiful it is. Now, let's climb up. What is good with this car is that we can enter to places that usually are not open to the public. Then that video for you is a special one, like it's special to me. The church is on the way to from, let's say, Jaffa, Tel Aviv of today, to Jerusalem, kind of the middle of the way, but it's very close to the, oh, look at the fig tree. It's very close to Emmaus itself, and remember what's happened in Emmaus. Then we're going to climb up the church, which is a new church, a very simple church, but you will see above the door the two disciples that met Jesus on Sunday at Emmaus. And it's beautiful because, you know, when so many people are staying here for the night on the way to Jerusalem, they are feeling like they're doing the same thing that happened to those two. They just left Emmaus and went back to Mount Zion to tell it to their disciples. He resurrected. One of them, the monk who built it, his name was Klepaus, by the name of one of the two. The church, you know what, I will talk about it inside the church, because we are going to be the only one here. But there are two churches here. There's above one and lower one, and we're going to enter to the lower one as well. Then here it is. Ha. You can see the church. Then let's start with that. First of all, it looks like a Byzantine church. Secondly, it looks like a Gothic church, and look at the arches, Romanesque. It's like a mixture of everything. Second thing that it's important to understand, that it's empty. You can see the Via Dolorosa stations through the crosses here. Why it's empty? It's empty because of the simple life that I wanted to reach back. They said if it's beautiful from the inside and the outside, people are actually watching of it and not watching at themselves, connected themselves to God. The only important thing is the two-tone Mary statue that gives the cross to Jesus. I mean, this is the Notre Dame de, forgive my French, I don't remember that word, but the misery of the monks that praying 7 times a day, and they are entering through here, and we might be lucky to hear one of the prayers, 50 minutes prayers at 12:30. Then let's hope so. See the organ, and we are going out to continue our tour. Forgot to mention that if you watched the Statue of Mary, you saw that the light came from the sky. It's not like a electric lamp. Why part of us are here and part of us are there? I think so. I don't know. No, אורי.
אורי, אתה רוצה לעלות? תישאר.
All right. I think great. We are climbing up because we're going to enter to the church through the guest house, the lower church through the guest house. Then you will see another part of the church. Then we will enter through the door, but we must be quiet. Then it's difficult for me, but I will try.
עכשיו הבנתם למה יש מדרגות למעלה, כי יש פה שני מתחמים. מה ששכחתי להראות לכם, שאתם עמדתם...
That church is for pilgrims who wanted to pray here, but mostly for, listen carefully, Russian or Ukrainian Catholic that coming to here many years ago. Many years ago, not a lot. You could see iconostasis here, the wall that separated the Holy of the Holy, which is there, and the public. But you can still see kind of, this is not really the icon, but this is the Lady of the Misery. Remember Mary who gives Jesus the cross itself. I mean, this is a horrible thing for a mother. I mean, it's so difficult, but you can see kind of a Byzantine John the Baptist. And, which is beautiful by itself, but you can see that the altar is before 1965, because now people are praying. I mean, the priests are praying through the disciples. Another thing that I want you to see is the cross, which is mostly Russian cross. Not that one, but I'm not sure that I can talk. Then I will be quiet. I will show it to you, although I'm sure that you saw it. Oops.
ליד היקב, אולי לחלק קטן מהיקב, כי היקב עובר שיפוצים, אז חלק הכי קטן.
מה? נפגשנו אז ביפו?
אצל חואן, אתה זוכר?
חואן, בטח.
אני הייתי בין אלה, אם אתה זוכר, שהלכתי, כתבתי מכתב לראש העיר פתח תקווה, וכל הבלגן וכל זה. אני זוקף לעצמי נקודות זכות שציור אחד שלו העבירו לקונסרבטוריון החדש.
באמת?
אתה יודע מי שחתך את הקיר?
נו.
זה שחותך קירות, איך קוראים לו, ממתחלת. ברח לי השם שלו מהראש, תכף אני, אחד שעוסק בחיתוך קירות ועוד. חואן היום במצב, אתה יודע איזה.
לא, קטסטרופלי?
הוא בחיפה, בדיור המוגן. והוא הידרדר לגמרי. הוא לא מוכן לראות אף אחד, אני עוד הייתי אצלו. לגמרי.
וואו, זה לא כיף. We are on the way to their prayer, one of the 7 important prayers. The monks can talk, but only necessary things. Then in that case, for the Israelis, the only way, I mean, the name of it is the silent monk. Father Daniel actually already talked with us, but they are trying not to reach to like the daily talks, and it's very important, and I hope that you will let me take a video of it. Then let's climb up. Remember the beautiful church and the simple one? Now it's with a better light on it, sunnier. We were at the lower church, and then we are going back to the upper church. That was a short part of the prayer 107 a day. At the end of the prayer, they added another prayer, a new one for the peace in that region. And I forgot to mention it before. There are 6 candles on the altar, and the middle, you could see the cross. You can actually go back to it. This is the menorah of the temple, symbol of it. Forgot to mention, this is again we are gate. See the Abbey, the Latrun Abbey, Aramite, Hebrew, Abba, Father, which is a very important thing, I must say. Abut, Abuya, and we are on the way to the vineyard of them. Such a beautiful weather, and the dog is with us, following us. I think he knows where we are going. Again, it's another place that visitors are not entering, and as you saw the prayer itself, we were welcome to pray. Although I took only a short video of it, still it was quite emotional, spiritual. Look at the vineyard, look at the olive trees. As a child, it was very well-known place because, first of all, because you can actually park here and enjoy the nature, but mostly my father took me to the winery to enjoy the wine. It's considered to be a very good quality wine. Let's enter. As you can see, it's closed for us. It is a pretty way. Oh, you can see a little bit of the atrium there, which sadly even we cannot enter. That's where the priests are. That's where they are meeting, and the rooms is there as well. You can see a little bit of it, but if you will write Latrun Monastery, you will see a lot of drums, videos of the Abbey, which is beautiful. This is my city, Tel Aviv. They are renovating their vineyard, and I'm not sure that we will be able to enter into it, but we will be able to see it from the entrance or something like that. Oh, look at the tree in front of you. Hey, orchard. Oh, the smell is so amazing. Look at that. Hey, donkey. It looks like a ficus tree. It is. It's the, I think, biggest ficus tree that I saw ever. Ficus trees. Now I can see that it's a lot of them. Welcome to the Vineyard. I've been in that monastery so many times. This is the first time that I'm actually can see the factory itself. And I know that place from the videos. Wow! One of the videos about an Israeli guy that used to work here, and they told him how to make a beautiful windows. And one of the windows is actually there. Alright, remember that the beginning of the video I talked about the hotel that used to be Han at, then this is the hotel. This is the Maccabee Hotel. It used to be an Ottoman's Han, which is a kind of a parking place, small hostel on the way to Jerusalem. After the train, no one actually needed to use it, and they turned it into the monastery of the. Oh wow! Look at that. There's so many things that I can see here. This is the vitrage that the Jewish guy who study right here, how to prepare those kind of windows. He did that window, and he helped so many churches with that beautiful art. It's unbelievable. It's so beautiful, and you're the only one who can be here. The vineyard is 4,000 meters square. They're producing more than 120,000 bottles. Certainly they are renovating it, as I told you, but we will try to see a little bit of it. It looks like more like a Crusader church there, and there's a tunnel underneath of us that takes us to the monastery. We will try to use it as well. So let's enter to the vineyard itself. Oh, the smell of good wine. What a smell. This is the storeroom. That's where they bottle the wine. I know that there are few pubs in Tel Aviv or restaurants in Tel Aviv and in Jerusalem that are using the wine of Latrun. This is the logo of it. You can find it there. I'm sure that you can find it so many places. Then let's enter to the vineyard, and we ask us to walk carefully. Can I? I know what he meant when he talked about crusader. You can see the cave, and I'm sure that some of the wine used to be here, like kind of champagne or something like that, quality wine. I know that it's a little bit noisy, the acoustic here is not so good. You can see here a concrete cement container. The city there say that they are not using it anymore. And another thing that you can see from here is that we are beneath the ground, and you can see one of the openings for fresh air, and try the wine here. Now, here in that area, they have wooden containers. Before we went in, you could see it, but because they are renovating it, then they're not here. Let's continue. Oops, sorry. This is kind of, again, unique. I mean, you won't find any video of it on YouTube, as I believe. But more unique is to touch the brandy. You can see the cross, and in Arabic, I think it's 1899. The smell. I don't need to drink wine tonight. You can see the barrels here. It's American one. Here it's French one. They use it for 5 years for each one. It's a very expensive thing, but the smell is hallelujah. Again, this is Iska. This is Iska. We are now going through the tunnel. We are not going out at the monastery, but I have to be quiet. Then it's a short tour of the tunnel that ends at the monastery. are back at the Maccabees guest house, hotel. I don't know if it's going to be the end of the video, but it looks like it's going to be the end of the video. Then I must say thank you very much for being with us. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to support us, because we are not working, at least not me, you can do that via the two links that you will find at the description, the text beneath the video. And if you look next to the like button, you will find the super like, it's called, via YouTube. And it was so important to do that with you. And guess at least there is one donkey here. Then thank you very much for being with me. See you in my next video. Bye bye.